Putting the career of a lifetime behind her, starting a new journey and sharing the power of women and what that power can possess when we join forces together. Take a look. Growing up in Atlanta, her dream was to work for CNN.
From Channel 29, Virginia's most powerful television station.
After breaking into the business at a small station in Charlottesville, Virginia and Charleston, West Virginia.
This is WOWK.
Brooke Baldwin got her first big break reporting and anchoring at the local Fox station in Washington, D.C.
Thanks for joining us on this very busy news night. I'm Maureen Ume.
And I'm Brooke Baldwin.
From there, her dreams began to come true, reporting part-time for CNN and then finally landing her own show.
You heard Donald Trump say, grab him by the,
Yes.
you know what.
But it was this moment in history,
I think we need to take a stand.
the Women's March on Washington, that would begin to define her next chapter in life. And we are so excited about this next chapter. There she is.
Oh my gosh!
Brooke, remember those days?
Blast from the past. You,
Yep.
there was a little Thomas Tobin there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
It's so special to be on with you, Betty. It's been
so,
a minute.
I was just thinking one of the last times that we were together was we were having lunch in Midtown Atlanta, just talking about our CNN days and what's been going on. And it seems like yesterday, but there's been quite a bit of time in between. And, I got to talk to you. I love watching you and following all that you've done with CNN. And I think you're an example of how the title does not define the person, because I think a lot of people look at, oh, you're leaving CNN, this is such a tough moment, but at the same time you're jumping off to something really great.
Yes, I hope it's going to be really great. To be honest with you. Guys, I don't totally know what I'm doing. Tomorrow's my last day at CNN. I'm leaving my home, my family. I had these two hardened male photographers come and find me yesterday in the CNN makeup room, which I have never seen them in the makeup room in the decade that I've ever been in there. And then, they're gushing and I start crying, and I'm sure tomorrow will be hard for me, but it's something I gotta go. I've got to take this leap. I filled in for Ellen DeGeneres the other week, and I was joking on TV that this is like my backflip off the high dive. I've just been so inspired by the women that I've interviewed in my book, and I just cannot hold space with them and be the bravest, boldest version of myself. But I'm not gonna lie, it's a little petrifying at the same time.
Well, this may give you a little pep in your step. We've just learned that it's a national bestseller. Congratulations.
Thank you so
yes.
much. I just found out 10 minutes ago. That is so wild. I'm besides myself. Yeah.
That's got to feel so good, because in the midst of so much change, just to see that positive affirmation, and I love the message that you're giving out here. Not only are you walking by example, but you're also highlighting some of these remarkable women that you've covered over the years. Tell us what Huddle means.
Sure. So the way I'm defining a huddle is it's a place where women are energized by the mere fact of their coexistence, right? So a huddle can be 2 women, it can be 2,000 women. It's where women succeed and thrive and get amazing stuff done. And it can also just be a quiet place where we hold witness for one another. These are the women we pray with, we protest with, we sweat with, right? These are the colleagues who you work with who want to see you rise. These are the moms whose backs you have. And, with these pictures at the Women's March, this weekend in Washington, Betty, it was like this journalistic emotional whiplash, right? Like the one day I'm covering I'm literally embedded in Trump's motorcade, balancing on the back of this flatbed truck, wondering what the next 4 years are going to look like. And the next day I'm at the Women's March. I'd never been in the middle of that many women in my life. And I knew then and there I needed to dedicate the next chapter of my life to shining a light on women.
Well, talk to us about the power that we women have when we do huddle together. Because a lot of people think about when you look at successful women, you see that they're doing their own thing separately and maybe they're not helping others rise. But that can be totally opposite when you look at their stories.
Yeah, I am here to say, like, the narrative in our culture loves to, pit women against one another. And obviously, and I'm sure you experience this too, like, especially my rise in journalism, like I came across some ladies with some sharp elbows, but I wanted no part of that. Instead, our culture likes to see women, if you are successful, you are this lone successor, you are this outlier. And I'm here to say no, based upon all of these women, all of these huddles I've interviewed, successful women aren't outliers, they're huddlers. Everyone who I interviewed, from Megan Rapinoe and her partner Sue Bird to Stacey Abrams to Ava DuVernay in Hollywood, and also Reese Witherspoon and Sarah Hardin and the team at their production company, Hello Sunshine, to 6 of these 19 Black women judges who huddled to win their seats on the bench in Harris County, Texas. It just like there are all these stories just proving that successful women throw down their ladders, link arms, lean on one another, and success comes from that.
Indeed it does. And I love your transparency that, hey, you don't know what's going to happen next, but that's okay because you can huddle and you're going to end up someplace wonderful. I know it. I believe in it. I can't wait to see where you go.
Thank you so much, Betty. It's so good to see you.
I
You
know.
have made my
Let's
day.
get together soon. I'd love to see you in person.
Love it.
All right, take care. Best of luck to you. No, it's so great though to see these stories because so many times, especially in this business, you feel the pressure, right? That I've got to have something going next because it's that reputation, it's that credibility. But it's okay to take a breather, and I love that she's huddling with others to get to wherever that is.
And breaking down the mindset that only one person can win.